Let's get it. Yeah.
We back.
Let's go. Tune in.
Retweet.
We lit. Retweet. You guys are tuning in. Retweet this right now to get Alpha's max play today.
I know y'all had that Pistons winner yesterday. Let's go.
Retweet if you want a max play. Retweet it right now.
We got the Pistons.
Retweet this for a max play right now. 50 retweets for a max play. Thank you. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Bounce, episode 20. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie, and these are my co-hosts, and we got a special guest, BBB, back in the building. What is up, boys?
Another day. Happy to be back. Glad we cashed the Off the Bounce collab with that Pistons winner yesterday. BBB, welcome back to your weekly guest spot. How are you, my friend?
It's good to be back. It's Friday. Everyone loves a good Friday. Let's break down today's slate.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
to Jeremy Grant. Thank you for covering the Pistons for us last night. It was a last 45 seconds of hell. If you were on that Pistons plus 12, that definitely took at least 5 years off of your life, because I know it did for mine.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, before we jump right into a quick recap here, quick shout out to Period Wage for sponsoring this show as always. If you haven't already, follow him on Twitter, best in the business. Hefe already kind of jumped right into it, but our collab yesterday was Pistons plus the 12. We got saved by the back door, or Jeremy Grant actually saved us in the second half. The first half did not look good whatsoever. I wasn't worried. I knew they would come out second half. The back door was wide open. Shout out Jeremy Grant. That's all I got to say. It could have been a bad beat on both sides. We were on the lucky side. Shout out the refs, too, for not calling the fouls. We cash. Tune in for the next collab. We got a good one tonight for you. But I want to jump right into this game for the Knicks guys. Bulls versus Knicks. Hefe, I know you were big on the Knicks. Alpha, you were on the under. Unfortunately, both did not hit. But you guys want to break this down for us? What happened here?
Yeah, I'll start off. I'm not going to get too much into detail. Knicks got down in the first quarter to a point that was insurmountable. They got it together in the third quarter, which is very un-Nicky. And then they couldn't get it done in the fourth.
Nicky, huh?
DeMar DeRozan is the number one scorer in the league in the fourth quarter. Last night he had 14 in the fourth, or possibly even 16. And we just couldn't compete. We don't have that ancillary scoring piece to Julius Randle right now. IQ did his best and really got us back in the game, Fournier too. But at the end of the day, the Bulls are better than the Knicks, and they proved that last night, at least in my mind, Alpha.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They're definitely the better team right now. The Knicks are having so many troubles on both ends of the court. They haven't played great defensively. Was a little surprised there was this many points in the game. But after that first quarter, when Chicago dropped 37, they were up 37-19. It was just not a good run from there. So bad play on that one, but we're looking to turn that around today.
Yeah, man, I was really impressed with the Knicks second half. They actually made it really close, man. I mean, I honestly think the Knicks should have covered or at least pushed. Maybe win outright, but it was, it was a close game. Good game. But, yeah, let's move right along, boys. Let's see, what other games were there yesterday? The Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors. Hefe, didn't we have a little bet?
We did have a bet, and I'm calling for that.
Everyone's waiting for it.
I'm calling for this bet to be voided because out of nowhere, Giannis just decides to not play. Personally, I think that's BS, but in the spirit of the show, I'll give you a cluck. I have no issue clucking for you. Here we go. Fuck. One day, somebody else on the show will cluck other than me.
Let's go.
We hope not. You're pretty good at it. You're getting really good at the clucking.
Yeah. But, man, it was unfortunate Giannis was out. Maybe if he was in, they would have won at least. But, Toronto Raptors were meant to cover that game. They played really well defensively. And, Fred VanVleet had a hell of a game. They were due at home. They got the win. yeah, man, let's move right along. We got a big NBA slate, guys.
Wait,
If you
before
guys are
Slam,
watching,
I'm sorry. Before we move on,
What's
can we
up?
talk about the obvious game last night? The Oklahoma City Thunder
was
lost
it?
the game by 73 points.
Oh,
Is that bad?
shit. If you want to talk about that,
Let
go
me
ahead.
tell you
Talk about
guys.
that game.
Let me tell you guys quickly on that one. One of my
I don't
followers,
bet on trash
I
teams.
retweeted once SGA. SGA was rolled out. One of my followers then retweeted and said, "Damn, I just maxed the Thunder. Do you think these guys will still come through without SGA?" Man, watching that game, all I could think about was that guy. That had to be a brutal feeling. They weren't even competitive. Worst loss in NBA history. It looked like they were playing the University of Oklahoma City. So crazy game, crazy outcome. And good for that team, for the Grizzlies. Statement win.
Yeah, I
Just had
actually saw.
BBB, you want to say something?
I actually saw a buddy of mine who put in a ticket for like plus 70.5. And to think that he has a loser on a team getting 70.5 points is probably just one of the most wild things. That's something he should probably frame because that's probably the best loss he'll ever have in his
There
life.
is no way that's possible. That's insane to have a plus 70.5 ticket and it not cash an NBA game. You're right. That's
that
bad beat
hurts.
Hall of Fame worthy.
For sure. Very bad beat. All right, boys. It's that time. We jump into the NBA breakdown. If you guys are watching, retweet this video. Alpha has a special play for you guys, but you have to reach that number, 30 retweets, and he will drop it for you guys. Yeah, and comment your plays that you like today. We'll jump right into the first game. Heat versus the Pacers. Line sitting at minus 5.5. Pacers. Heat are on the road here after a 2-game losing streak, and Pacers are on a 3-game losing streak. Someone's due to win, right, boys? I'm off this game. Oh wait, BBB, you're a big Pacers guy, right? Go ahead, break this.
Our resident Pacers fan.
Look, I have a love-hate relationship with the Pacers. This is a no play for me. I'm actually starting to take the Pacers a little more when I find the value in them because I think they are a team that offers some value a lot of times, but today's not one of those days. I lean the Heat. I think after their embarrassing performance last game that they should come back out. Duncan Robinson probably won't run laps this game if I had to guess. That was an impressive stat line he had last time out. But, yeah, I lean the Heat and some of their stars to step up with Jimmy and Bam out. I think that they'll probably cover this spread. It's only 5.5, I believe, but I think they'll keep it competitive.
Is Jimmy playing? I think he's questionable, no?
Seems like he's out. Right now it's questionable. Not sure if he plays or not.
Still unsure,
Yeah,
guys. And
I still don't
this
like
one,
it without Bam.
I don't either. I don't either. I mean, after watching last game and seeing what they did without their stars, how can you have any trust in this team until you see them prove it elsewise? So until we see them actually get a good result without Bam, I have to stay far away. And you guys know how I feel about the Pacers. There's not a chance in hell that I am betting on that team. So this is such a stay away game for me. Hefe, do you have any action in this one?
No. I lean the Heat just because I think they got to show up. They got to prove it to themselves that they can play without Bam and possibly without Jimmy here for a little while. Pacers up and down type of a team. Minus 5.5 is the line right now. Gun to my head, I'll take Heat plus 5.5, but a lot of other games to bet on tonight other than this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I agree with Hefe there, man. A lot of other games here, but the value is on the Heat here. But it depends on Tyler Hero, man. It's his team right now. He's their main guy. But yeah, man, no play for me here. Let's jump right into this game. The Cavs versus the Wizards. Wizards sitting at -3. The Cavs have been hot on the road. Hefe, you know the trend. You want to break this one down for us?
Yeah, man. I'm on the Wizards here tonight. The Cavs are hot. Forget about on the road. They're hot, period. 3 outright wins in a row. They're playing great. Their big men are playing fantastic. Kevin Love, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, even Markkanen, and Ricky Rubio looking like the second coming of Jesus, literally. They're playing great. I just like the Wizards in this spot. At home, Wizards are a better team on paper, deeper team on paper, and I think Montrezl Harrell, who's the Wizards center basically, is a great guy to go up against the likes of Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and that's really what the teams that the Cavs have been facing have been missing. Big interior presence, and why they've been winning and on a 3-game win streak. So I like the Wizards here. I see it's a minus 145 money line, and I'm rolling with DC tonight, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you can go against the second best covering team in the NBA. Not just away. They're 15-5-2, guys, covering at 75% of all games this year. You wouldn't expect it from this team. We go over it, seems like every time. And I don't know how you can fade them again, man. They just keep getting it done. I think Daniel Gafford's the X factor in this game. He's been outstanding lately. I think he had 7 blocks in his last game. So he's been really a great rim protector. But for me, guys, I'm loving the Cavs in this spot at the +3. It may be a best bet. It may not be a best bet, but we will find out later in the show. But I definitely like the Cavs at the +3.
Just remember, Wizards 8-2 straight up at home.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
okay. BBB.
Cavs, I just don't know how you can still fade them at this point. They were, they've been this road dog team, home dog team. Doesn't matter where they're at, where they're playing. They seem to always be covering. I think a lot of people thought that would come to an end after Sexton went down with that injury, but they've had so many players step up. They've continued to just be these cover machines, and I don't see how that ends tonight. I mean, they just continue to get the job done. Mobley's been stepping up. He's been doing great. He just came off that Rookie of the Month. I just love the Cavs at this plus money here.
Go ahead, Fa.
Just got some breaking news just popped up across my screen. Yeah, Tobias Harris out for the 76ers tonight with an illness.
Which sucks because we haven't even covered the Hawks yet, and I love the Hawks at a minus one.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for that game.
It's going to change the line.
Yeah, I'm sure that line is
Yeah,
now
let's
down.
speaking of that game, let's jump right into that game because that is up next. 76ers versus the Hawks. I think the line is at 2 now since that
It's
news
off,
has
it's
dropped.
off.
I got it. I got it. It's at 3 on FanDuel. It's moved to 3 on FanDuel.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it hasn't moved that much, to be completely
Really
honest.
not,
It was at
yeah.
1.5. It's moved to 3. If you still liked it at the 1.5, you're still going to like it at the 3. So that's going to go into this one, guys. This is one of my favorite plays of the night. The Hawks have been outstanding at home. We all know this. They're dominant at home. And the 76ers have not impressed me. We've all seen how they played last game. Joel Embiid shot 3 of 300 last game at a whopping 1%. So I can't trust this team either. Give me the Hawks. They've been the hotter team. They're more informed. And lately, the more informed teams are getting it done. So give me the Hawks.
Yeah,
Fa,
this
you
one's
got
kind of
anything on
tough.
this game?
Go, BBB, you got it.
There you go.
This one's just tough with that news coming out. That's just the NBA right now. Honestly, you just never know what's going to happen. Like last night with Giannis, I had the Bucks, and then you're just kind of left there with your team wondering, well, hopefully they step up. But so at least this came out a little earlier. I can respect the 76ers for not, deciding to wait right before tip to do this. But line didn't move that much. I liked the 76ers before. They have some issues over at the Hawks as well as some injuries. No Bogdanovich, Hunter. I know Reddish is questionable, so whether he goes or not might be a deciding factor for me. They just don't have a lot of depth right now. And, I just think that the Phillies finally starting to get healthy. And, well, as I say that, of course, Tobias Harris isn't playing. But
Reddish is out. Not Denzel
Reddish
Jones.
is out.
He's questionable. He was ruled out recently, so he's out.
Okay, so I do think – I know I like the 76ers tonight. Probably won't be a play for me anymore. I think there's just a lot going on in this game.
What?
But I could see it going either way.
Yeah, man.
I'm
The Hawks.
rolling with the Hawks.
Go ahead, bro.
This is. I was on the Hawks before Tobias news. I'll be on the Hawks after Tobias news. I had them at a -130 money line. Now I'm seeing it's at a -142. There's still so much value. Hawks, an exceptional home team, playing just better right now than the 76ers. And I say right now because they don't believe the Hawks are a better team than the Sixers. But right now, the Hawks are playing better than the Sixers. If I can get the money line at home, I'm all over that. Slam, sorry to cut you off. Go.
No, all good, bro. I just wanted to say, the Hawks have been playing well as of late, even better at home. They lost last game at home against the Knicks. Look for a bounce back spot here. It's a little revenge spot too for the Hawks.
Good point.
The Sixers are a great road team. Harris is out. That's unfortunate. But who cares, man? Players out in the NBA. Teams do better. Next man up. I think the value is on the Sixers now. Just wait till that line moves to it's like +3 now, +3.5. That line's
I see it at 3. I see it at 3 even right now.
Yeah, man. I think betting it's too late to bet the Hawks in this situation. No play for me, man. If I had to, I'll lean the Sixers in this spot with the points. All right, boys, let's jump right into the next game. T-Wolves versus the Nets. I see a couple injuries. Line sitting at -7.5. The Nets. I think Karl Anthony Towns might be questionable, right? Or is he out? Anybody know? I think he's questionable.
He's still. I don't have official news on him. I still have him as questionable. So more news to come on Cat soon. He's had that questionable designation quite a lot recently, and he's continued to be in the lineup. So unless I hear other things for that, I'm going to expect him to go tonight.
BBB, you got anything?
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. BBB, you got it, but I'm just saying this is a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. Kind of depends on whether Cat goes, but I do like the over in this. Both teams have been playing really well. I think KD's going to probably go off tonight. I can see a 30-piece from him. Anthony Edwards, who we've talked about before, is just a young superstar that's really coming into his own. I think a lot of points get scored tonight. Not really known for their defenses from either team, but I think this is a game where if you like to sit back and just watch offenses go, this is a good over to take. But again, I'd probably wait to see if Karl-Anthony Towns is a go or not, because I think that factors a lot into this.
Totally agree with you. You can't take this game right now without knowing the status of Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns is probably the only player on the Timberwolves right now. I see it's a plus 7.5 for them. Without Karl-Anthony Towns, this jumps to 9, possibly even 10 points. So if you're a Timberwolves backer, you have to wait. While on the other side, if you're a Nets backer, this is the best line you're going to get, right? Exactly. I would take it. I'm off this game. Timberwolves are sneaky. They're one of those sneaky teams this year that plays up to their competition. On the road, Brooklyn at home. Last time Brooklyn played at home, they had a crazy win over the Knicks. I'm laying off, but gun to my head, I have to wait to see what Cat's status is.
Also, one quick thing on this game, guys. I don't know if any of you saw the Timberwolves-Wizards game from Wednesday night, but they're going to need a lot more out of D'Angelo Russell. Pulling up here his exact stat line. The guy went 3 of 18 shooting for 10 points. He had 3 turnovers, and he was 1 of 12 from 3. You're not going to win any games if you continue to shoot your team out of the game. So hopefully they had a little talk with D'Angelo Russell, because that team was clicking on all cylinders, and he really set them back in that one. So I kind of like the Timberwolves in this spot, guys. They've been getting it done lately besides last game, and they're getting a lot of points. So if Cat is able to go, I'm on the side of the T-Wolves tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm with Hefe. I'm waiting for the Cat news, because that's big right there, because the line's going to jump. If you like the T-Wolves in the spot, just wait. But again, we don't know if Cat's playing or not. So no.
But also, if you do like the Timberwolves with or without Cat, if you think they're still good without Cat, you should take it now, because if he's ruled in, that line's going to go a lot lower as well. So
yeah.
it works on both ways. I personally am waiting, guys, because I think that's crucial information before making a selection on this one. I think he goes, like I said, but we have plenty of time. Don't need to rush into this one. I'm personally going to wait.
For sure. Let's jump right into the next game, guys. We got a few more to go over here. But before we do, real quick, big shout out to Pure Wage for sponsoring this show as always. If you haven't, make sure you give them a follow on Twitter, and also retweet this video. Show us some love, guys. We've been doing this almost every day, Monday through Friday. A lot of time goes into this capping and stuff. So thank you everyone that's been tuning in. Let's jump right into the next game here. Magic versus the Rockets. Wow. Okay. Rockets are favored in the spot, -2.5, -3 at some books. Magic are off a win against the Nuggets, now on the road to the Rockets, who are on a 4-game winning streak, right? Now they get another shit team to play against, right? And you're probably thinking, Chris, you're going to take the Rockets. No, because I think the Rockets in the spot, they're going to end up losing here. I feel it. A stay away game for me. I'll be rooting on the sideline. You boys got anything on this game?
Absolutely not. This is king.
No,
this is
you guys don't want to say
king.
anything? Prediction?
This is king. Stay away. I'll give you a prediction. The freaking who made the Houston Rockets schedule? Who the hell concocted this schedule where they play the Thunder, the Magic? Hell yeah, they're on a 4-game win streak. They're coming into this game looking for their 5th straight win. Every single game, some player that I forget is on the Rockets is having a 30-point game. And I'm actually leaning the same way that you're leaning, Slam. I think the Magic win this one tonight. This is the perfect setup for Vegas. They're at home. They're hot. They're facing another team that has no idea how to win. Both teams have 5 wins on the year. I don't know why, but my gut's telling me the Rockets lose tonight.
This is a G League game.
Win. Yeah.
This game belongs in the G League. Half these guys aren't even NBA players. But I'm not wasting my time on this one.
There's 9 games on the slate. If you're picking this one, boy, oh boy, man, you got some talking to do. You got some issues.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of games today, guys. Don't. Who do you lean?
I lean Magic as well. Same points as all of you guys. I mean, like Hefe said, 2 of the Rockets wins are against OKC, who we just saw last night what kind of team they are. Like literally a record-setting loss. Yeah, this is definitely a spot where I can see the Magic win. I might actually make a play on this. I just think there's a lot of
official
value
play.
there. Yeah, I just think the Magic, like, definitely go light. Anytime you're backing a team that's one of the worst in the NBA, you're not one to be throwing, all your units on it, obviously. But I think the Magic get it done tonight. I could see him winning this game outright.
Nice. All right, boys, let's jump right into this rematch against the Pelicans versus the Mavs. Line sitting at -7.5. Oh, 6.5. Sorry. They played a few days earlier. Mavs killed them. Now they get a rematch in Dallas. I like to stay away from these type of games, man, because in the NBA, it tends to flip. It's very hard for a team to win back-to-back with the same team, especially a few days, when they played a few days ago. From a public standpoint, everyone's going to be taking the Mavs in this spot, man. But I'm not even taking the Pelicans. Hefe, BBB, Alpha, what do you like?
I usually am aligned with you when teams play them back-to-back games against one another, but I only think it's a flip when the underdog wins the first game. Like the Pelicans and the Jazz, if you remember. The Pelicans beat the Jazz, and then the next day, the Jazz killed the Pelicans. The Mavs absolutely beat the brakes off the Pelicans last time they played. Nothing has changed in the past day and a half, 2 days. The Mavs are going to beat the brakes off the Pelicans again today. It's not like the Mavericks shot amazing and the Pelicans shot terribly. The Pelicans played like the Pelicans, and the Mavericks, Luka Doncic, played like Luka Doncic. So I'm rolling with the Mavs. It's not one of my best bets today, but I do like it.
For sure. I lean the Mavs as well. It's not a play I'm going to be making tonight officially. At least as of now, I'm going to monitor it closer, see if there's any injuries, any inactives. But as of now, as Slam said it perfectly, on these games where they play each other in the same week even, it's tough to replicate what you did the first time. So for me, guys, there's a lot of value on the board tonight. This is one I'm probably going to end up staying away from.
Right on.
Yeah, I couldn't agree.
All right, boys. Oh, go ahead, BB. My bad.
No, I agree with all your guys' points there. I mean, I kind of lean the Pelicans, but I'm not going to make a play on this. I was on the Mavs last time for the beatdown, but I just think that it's hard in the NBA to go out and just smack on their team like that twice. I think they'll come out with a little bit of pride, play with some pride tonight. I'm not going to say they're going to cover. The Pelicans are not a team that are fun to back at all, and I don't plan on doing that tonight.
Bro, I used to love saying pride. Like the team's gonna come out and play with pride. That's pretty much what the Pelicans are playing for, man. They're playing for pride and and next man up type of thing. So
you have to, right? When your star athlete, number one pick overall, just never sees the floor and possibly just will never see the floor.
For sure. All right, boys, running out of time here, but let's jump right into the Celtics versus the Jazz. I actually like this game. I like the Celtics in the spot. I know the Jazz have been playing great at home, covering spreads, but there comes a time with some aggression here. Celtics are a better road team. They're off a good win. They got the momentum. They're confident. Tatum's playing well. I like the Celtics to match up here with the Jazz, and I like them to cover this 8 + 8. You guys got anything on this game?
I lean Boston. Jazz are great at home. Rudy Gobert is a menace and going to cause a lot of problems for Robert Williams. This is going to come down to which version of Jason Tatum we get tonight. Do we get the all-star top 10 player Jason Tatum who's knocking down buckets, or do we get the Jason Tatum that is going to be 0 for 6 from three-point range? 8 is a lot of points. Celtics are a good team. I do think it's a tad bit disrespectful towards them. This is a layoff, but a lean on the Celtics for me.
I'm in the exact same boat, man. I like the Celtics. It's a lot of points, 8, but the Jazz at home have been dominant. They've gotten a lot of big margin of victories here. And Boston's one of those teams, they can get down early, and they don't always have the firepower to score themselves back in the game. So for that reason, this is going to be a layoff. I think this game is pretty sharp.
Yeah, I agree. I think Celtics is definitely my lean as well, but not where I'm going to make my play. I actually have a player prop that I love for tonight. If you guys like trends, then this is for you, because over the last 10 games, Marcus Smart, over 4.5 assists, has hit every single time. 10 out of 10, 100%. So if you're a big trend guy, I think that continues tonight. I think he probably gets around 5 or 6. So yeah, that's my play for that.
I'm a big trend guy.
All right, boys. So there you have it. I am on the Celtics tonight, and I guess Hefe and Alpha lean the Celtics, right?
Yes.
Lean.
All right,
Yep,
boys. Let's
lean.
jump right into the game of the night, the day. Everyone wants to see this rematch. Suns versus the Warriors. Line is at -7 Warriors. Obviously, no deep book tonight. Man, I think we all can agree there is value on the Suns here.
Yes.
They have the winning
Off the
streak
bounce
on the line.
collab.
Potential collab here, boys. Alpha, you're a big Suns guy. Break this one down for us.
It's too many points. I think the Warriors end the streak tonight, guys, but I don't think they beat them by double digits. Right now, it's 7.5. You can get plus 7.5 for -110 on FanDuel, and it's too many points. They've been a good team, and they play very well defensively, especially when Devin Booker's out. They step up. Cam Payne's done a great job filling in, getting points that they've needed. I think they keep it close. I think the Warriors take this one, guys. I think the streak ends tonight, but I do think the Suns cover. It should be a very close game yet again.
I'm right there with you. It is uneducational to think that Steph Curry will have as bad as a shooting night that he had the last time that we saw him against the Suns. He's going to play better. The Warriors at home, they're going to feed off their crowd. The Suns will have the ability to game plan without Devin Booker and knowing that going into the game. I can see the Warriors winning this game, but 7 points is awfully disrespectful to a team that's won 18 games in a row.
7.5.
7.5 now. I like the Suns plus, like Alpha said, 100%. I can see the Warriors winning this game by a margin of 2 to 5 points, and then that's all they need to do. They don't care about the spread. I think the Suns are a team that are going to fight. They're gritty, they're deep, and they're going to fight until the last buzzer. And I think 7.5 is more than enough. BBB, which way you thinking?
Couldn't agree more, guys. I think anytime you got a team that hasn't lost in over a month and you're going to get 7 points with them, that's just absurd. If you didn't see Devin Booker tweet out no loss November, then you're missing out because, I mean, he did. They haven't lost all November. If you're going against them, it couldn't be me because they always just have that next man up mentality. They're going to be fighting. There's a win streak on the line. Like we said, playing for pride. Like this win streak, they're not going to want to lose it. They're not going to go down easy. They may go down some early, but 7.5 points is a lot of points, and I love that tonight.
There you have it, boys. We got our collab on the way. We're taking the Suns plus 7.5. Maybe wait a little bit. It could go up to plus 8. But right after this hits, boys, we'll be doing that dance. Let's get it. All right, man.
You love that thing.
Yeah,
You love that thing.
I love it. All
Last
right,
game of the slate, boys.
Let's do last game. Clippers versus the Lakers. Line sitting at 2.5.
The battle for the Crypto Center.
You know how bad the Clippers have been playing. The Lakers have been up and down, but they're getting some momentum here. I like the Lakers in this spot a lot, man. But I think you like them more than I do. So you break this one down.
I'm on the Lakers. I like the Lakers money line here. LeBron's back. Westbrook, AD. Paul George is back for Clippers. He was resting. I think both of these teams are due. The Clippers have been actually smacked their last 2 games. I just almost threw my hat off. I just like the Lakers in this spot. LeBron has a way of taking over games when the Lakers really need a win. And this is a big win, not just for the standings, not just for anything, but for themselves. They have to prove that they can beat the Clippers, and they might win by double digits here. This might be the first time that we actually see the Lakers win a game from opening tip to the end buzzer. I'm rolling with the Lakers money line.
I think they've done that once this year. I'm pretty sure the Lakers either once or twice have won a game by a margin of double digits. I don't know how you're going to go against the Clippers tonight. The Lakers have just underperformed all season long, and I just can't get on the train until they go on a streak. You have value here on the Clippers. You could take the money line and get it at plus 130. That's my play tonight, guys. I'm taking the money line on the Clippers at a plus 130. There is definitely value there. Paul George should be back in the lineup, and they're going to get it tonight.
Can we make this a cluck play?
Cluck play,
Can we make this the cluck play?
I got to retire from the cluck play for a day.
No. Have
It'll help my odds. It'll actually help my odds. It'll help my odds if I, do the cluck play against Hefe, because he's 0-2 on them now. 0-2 on the clucksters for Hefster. So.
Screw it, cluck play.
We
But wait a second. You're on Clippers money line.
Yes.
Okay. Money line versus money line.
No, we'll do 3 and 3. But no, money line. I'm confident. Cluck play on the money line. Let's go. Plus 130. Lock it in. Lock it in. Let's go.
There it is.
All right, BBB, you got anything on this game before we close out?
I like Lakers as well. If you ever look at a line, you say there's no way that makes sense like
one.
Alpha did.
Three
probably on
against
the
one. man.
Alpha versus the world, baby.
Alpha
Let's
versus
do
the
it.
world.
All right, boys. Well, we're at 30 minutes now.
Best
let's
bets,
jump
bro?
right to- yeah, we
Wade
jump right
to
into best
LeBron.
alpha.
Wade
Start
to
us off.
LeBron. All right, guys, I'm going to go through my best bets. First off is going to be that Suns plus 7.5 for the reasons I went over. That's the collab for the OTB boys. It's going to get done. I like the Clippers money line at a plus 130. I think there's immense value on that. Also, give me the Hawks. I had the Hawks money line at minus 125. It's up to minus 140. Still confident in it. Give me the Hawks. Hefe, give them your 3.
I don't know. I mean, we're aligning on 2 out of our 3. Hawks money line, I'm with you. Suns plus 7.5, I'm with you. And you know which one I'm not with you for. Lakers money line, baby. Those are my
Get
3.
ready to
BBB,
clock. I
what
cannot
you
wait
got?
to see you clock again.
See, I got Suns as well. OTB banger on the way. Smart over 4.5 assists. That's hits 10 in the last 10. Gonna have to bang that. And then lastly, I think I'm gonna go with the Cavs plus 3. Just gonna ride that wagon.
Let's go. I'm on that with you as well. But not as a best bet,
All
but
right.
I'm on it. Slam, give the
All right,
people your
boys.
3.
We went. Slam team went 2-0 yesterday. Hit the max play on the Pistons. We're gonna go 2-0 again today. We're taking Celtics plus the 8, and the Suns plus the 7.5. We're gonna wait till it goes to the 8. My buy up to 8. But yeah, 2 plays for me today. Lock it in, and yeah, let's cash this, boys. It is Friday, so have a good weekend. We will be back on Monday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. BBB, thank you again for coming on the show. Thank you, boys. Have a good weekend, and thank you everyone for tuning in. And thank you to Peer Wage.
Get ready. Get ready to see
Peace, boys.
Hefe Cluck for the 3rd time in a row.
LeBron
baby.